BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Carolina Panthers. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Set. Red, 38. Ready.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Out of the gun, it's Young. That's caught. It's the tight end Sanders. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This defense for the Vikings, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Here we go.
At the 17-yard line.
33, yellow. Blue, go.
They run here with Dowdle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Down. 50, green. Set, cut.
Dowdle. Will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Panthers 7, Vikings nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. They go play action with Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's third down. You look at this Carolina defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now he's free at the 35. Then he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big run there by Jones. 48 yards on the ground. They needed less than a foot, and they got a lot more feet than that. Quite a run there on third and short.
As a running back, you love when the defense is stacked near the line of scrimmage. You know it's going to be heavy slogging in the beginning, but if you break free, nothing but green grass ahead of you.
Yep, smooth sailing and a big run because of it. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Here's Jackson. Pass complete to Addison. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now.
Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. The Panthers at 4-10 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Young is set to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Set up. 180. 180. That's up.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Onward. Get out. 180. Get out.
Now Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Looking to put a drive together.
Drill green. Ready. Set.
Young now. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Sanders. A good pickup there at 22.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Panthers first down. First and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set. Hut, hut.
Now Young. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Here we go. Black.
From the shotgun, it's Young. To the left side, he's got McMillan. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Panthers first down.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Rico Dowdle with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are back within a score. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one. And I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
No, we change it.
From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run, and he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Jackson from the shotgun. Complete. Jefferson the target. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Report!
To throw again is Jackson. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Second and 10. Jackson now. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready, break.
Now here's Young. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now second down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
He'll get this complete to Sanders, the tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jatavion Sanders, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have cut the lead back down to 2. Now the try here for the point after. And this is now a one-point game.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Panthers 20.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him in the loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Jackson. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Pass intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set, hut. Ready.
A running play, it's Dowdle. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Young. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Panthers are able to move back in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Minnesota.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Man open, here's Jones. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
This time Jackson will throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Touchdown, Vikings! Josh Oliver as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, heck of a move. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And so room to maneuver. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
That one complete to again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Oh, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Rodgers to return it. take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's Jackson to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
Ready, set.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Yellow, 43. Ready.
Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
60 reps. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready, ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Set, ready. Set.
Now Young. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Set, hut, set.
Looking to throw, Young. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. And they have regained the lead. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
looking to put a drive together.
Return it.
And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, Vikings. Lamar Jackson, 60 yards. And the Vikings have retaken a third-quarter lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
95. Set.
Young will set to throw. And caught by Trimble. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Come on, set. Ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the pickup there to bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Set. 45. White. Hut.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5.
Ready, set.
Young to throw it. Got a man, that's Leggett. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way to count him.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Josh Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Okay, ready?
Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
Here we go, set. Ready.
And Young's going to throw for this. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Nick Scorton. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Jackson. On a comeback route, he's got Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 66 yards. And the Vikings, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And we're back now in Charlotte, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Will Riker, the kickoff for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
That one complete to Elytiger. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Young. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
That's completed right side to Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
37-yard line.
Ready, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
17. Set. Ready. Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Second down and 6 now. Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Jackson now. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably told us his training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
At the 22-yard line.
Ready. 50.
They run again with Dowdle. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Ready.
Now 2nd and 9.
Ready. Set.
Throwing, Young. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
On the double.
Here's second down.
Here we go. Set. 45. White.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Ready,
They'll come
right.
up now. This is second and long.
Here we go. Black. 95. Set. Go.
Now here's Young. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Gets it down to the 30 there.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a big... The 6 brings up second and 4.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. An inside give to Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the option right is Jackson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Jackson going to run again. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will be taken down. No timeouts remaining defensively. And that should just about do it. A gutsy decision there going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Jones. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And you can forgive this defense just a bit here. They know how dangerous Lamar Jackson is running the football. Stopping him is in many ways a prime concern. So here, they're late to react to the handoff on the option, and it costs them as this winds up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
49. Panthers 38.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Y'all got to pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic.
Ready, set. Ready. Red, 38, set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Minnesota, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10.
Twisting my words and bringing it to pass, baby, you know that you better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama. I want the Chanel and I got your back. I promise that I would've never gotten phoned if I knew I would get so attached. I promise that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave you everything.
Stressing, quit stressing. You should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence. This time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about. If you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat. While you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone.
Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave you everything.
See, I would've done anything for you. Now you won't pick up when I call you. It was late night texting to a